What's going on, guys? So today just going to do things a little bit differently. Don't have any gym footage. Today was actually a rest day and didn't have any spare footage left over to throw a video together. So figured I'd just do a little bit of this for a couple minutes and just kind of catch you guys up on where I'm at and what's going on. So if any of you have been following the channel from the beginning, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that last summer I had intentions on doing a physique competition. Was working with a coach, tracking my macros, doing all that stuff to get ready for the show. Ultimately, I got to a point in the prep where we both kind of realized that it just wasn't going to happen. I wasn't losing the weight like I needed to. Ultimately, we decided to pull the plug on the show. While that was unfortunate and I didn't really want to do that, to me, it was better than the alternative of stepping on stage and not being able to be competitive. So that was the decision that was made. At the time, I actually had a few upcoming vacations too over the next several weeks. And so it just worked out at the time that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be able to now go on these vacations and not have to stress about, trying to track my macros and make myself be able to hit my targets to get ready for this contest while I'm on vacation. And so that being said, I made the decision at the time that, I was just gonna take a break from tracking, enjoy my time, and enjoy those vacations. And so ultimately that's what I did. What ended up happening next though was a few weeks turned into a few months. And now we are, I think, almost a year now of simply not tracking my macros. Now I'm not gonna say that's a good thing. I'm also not gonna say that's a bad thing. It is what it is at the end of the day. And one of the results of not doing that is I've put on more weight than I probably had expected that I would. And so now I kind of find myself in this spot where it's like, you know what, I've put on more weight than I wanted to, so I need to get back to tracking. So with that being said, I had a couple of routes that I could take. I could go back to simply tracking on my own like I had done in the past. I had been successful in the past doing that, but probably not as successful as I could have been with a coach. But on the flip side, what I'm doing right now really only amounts to making a lifestyle change. It kind of seems like a bit of overkill to hire a coach right now. And so that kind of left me at a little bit of a loss. Like, I don't really want to do it completely on my own, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to spend the money on a coach right now. And so that's where actually the Renaissance Periodization app comes in. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's essentially an app that's more or less takes the place of a nutrition coach. I'm not going to say that completely because there's obviously things that the app can't do that a human being can do for you. But what the app does is you give it the information, it creates a set of target macros for you, and then it adjusts those macros as you progress. So as you lose weight or gain weight, there's an algorithm that, adjusts your macros accordingly. So I decided I would give this a try. Worst case scenario, it basically works off a 12-week program. So the app only costs $14.99 a month. So I figured 12 weeks, $15 bucks. I'm out $45 in 12 weeks. Today was the first day using the app, and I gotta say I like it. I do have a couple of little gripes with it. It's a lot like MyFitnessPal and your ability to plug in things and scan barcodes and stuff like that. The way you actually track it is a little less user-friendly than I would like. You've got a lot more ability to customize your portions with MyFitnessPal. The way the RP app works is it's just simply not as user friendly as I would like. But at the end of the day, it still works. It's not so convoluted that it makes me not want to use it. The one thing I really do like about the app is it gives you your target daily macros, but then it also breaks that down meal to meal for you. And I would say that previously, when I was tracking my macros, was one of my biggest downfalls. Even when I was tracking, I would use the, if it fits your macro style of eating. So a lot of times what would happen is, let's say I had the day off And I decided to make a nice breakfast for myself, and all of a sudden, I've got, 60 grams of protein, like 25 grams of fat, and like 120 grams of carbs, which, okay, I can track it, I put it in MyFitnessPal, and that's fine, but now my budget for carbs going forward throughout the day has to be really regimented to ensure that I don't go over for the day. And that's where the app is really nice, because with it breaking it down meal to meal, you know exactly what you need to hit for that meal, and so it's easier to plan accordingly. Today is only my first day using the app, so I can't really, I'm no expert in it, but just using it for a day, my initial impressions are it's really nice to have that feature, because it's like, okay, meal one is 55 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, and 50 grams of carbs. So I can kind of pinpoint measure a little bit better than if I just decide to make a meal and like, okay, I use 150 carbs there, now I've only got 150 for the rest of the day. So anyways, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's a 12-week program. I'm gonna try and track as much of this 12-week journey as I can, kind of let you guys know what I think of the app and whether or not I think it works. And then kind of at the end of it, decide if I was better off going with this app or if I would have been better off paying a coach for 12 weeks. So that being said, guys, I don't wanna drag this video out too long. So if you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any questions about the RP app, or if you've used it, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.